Stateside dropped their new album, Where You Found Me. We had Stateside on the podcast at the time of recording the live stream. It's not out, but when this review comes out, the interview will have come out 3 hours ago. So it's linked in the description. You should watch it. It was a great conversation. This record came out at the perfect time, man. I mean, it is a full blown, straight up pop punk banging record.
Sunny,
and even if what the record's talking about isn't always the sunniest, for me, pop punk is sunny, windows down, shorts weather kind of music. I'm not listening to it in January. That is Currents time. Currents, that is metalcore, but mainly Currents. Cane Hill,
Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, Devil Wears Prada, Cane Hill, all of those bands. I am listening to those in the wintertime, not Grayscale and Bearings and Stateside and bands like that. I'm Currents, man. Corn and Currents.
You guys go in the cupboard for that. Yeah.
So this really comes out at the perfect time because it's like, starting to get a little bit warmer out. This can go right into the rotation instead of waiting 6 months like the new Grayscale record had to wait for me to come back to. I love the way it opens with Heads Up Big Guy. Stay Sweet with the Joe from Knuckle Puck feature is a standout track for me. And
yeah, that was my favorite.
Yes, and I think that Stateside really fits. Like, I feel like pop punk is in two buckets, and they fit in the bucket with the bands of like the Neck Deeps and the Knuckle Pucks and that bucket of pop punk, and then there's the other.
No, I get completely.
Then there's the other bucket of pop punk that's like your Young Cultures and your State Champs and your bands like that.
Your Grayscale.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they fit in that. They fit in the first bucket I mentioned. So it was the perfect feature.
Like teen rager pop punk, and then like the Grayscale and like Young Cultures like teen party. I get what you're saying. I see the vision.
Yeah. But my favorite song is Like a Rosary because I think that song has the capability of becoming one of their like cult following big songs.
It has that vibe
because it's got the vibe, and I could literally see it in my head, a fucking sweaty ass room of kids in some dive bar or some shit, all finger pointing and yelling the words Like a Rosary back at the band. I see the vision every single time I listen to that song. I've listened to this record a handful of times in preparation for the interview, and then again to be able to review it. I saw it from the first time I heard that song, and record obviously just came out, but pop punk bands don't always have that moment right away. So I'm watching that song. I am watching that song 5 years from now. If it doesn't pop off right away, 5 years from now, I know I'm going to be at a show. They're going to be headlining and everyone's going to be yelling those fucking words back at them. I see the vision. I see it. But I really like the first half of the record. That is nothing wrong with the second half of the album. I think that is very solid as well. But I think the first half of the album in general, up until Like a Rosary, is incredibly solid and very strong in all hits. And also a special shout out to California Calls You Home from the B-side, because that is the heaviest song on the record. And I like to shout out the heaviest song on the album.
Because you just have to.
Because I have to. It's in my DNA. But yeah, overall, this is an incredibly solid album.
I completely agree with fucking everything you just said. Like a Rosary is, I get the vibe. When you said that, it clicked, and I could see it too. I could hear it too. My personal favorite off the record is the end. The end's not near, it's here. That shit just hits it for me because it starts off nice and slow, it builds up, and also just the beginning riff to me kind of rings like the American football, modern baseball note for me, and it just makes me reminisce, even though I just got into modern baseball and American football, but it makes me reminisce, it makes me nostalgic for like 5 months ago. So great song. I fucking love that track. I agree with you. I think the first half is fucking gold. Not to say that the second half isn't, but it's just hit after hit after hit. It starts, it doesn't stop. It's fucking incredible. Stay Sweet feature with the Knuckle Puck feature, I think is definitely a standout track. I mean, it has the most streams right now, so I think it's getting its flowers, but the song is fucking incredible. I think this album is kind of like the perfect example of, hey, this is pop punk. By the way, if you want to listen to like a true pop punk record, sunny, windows down, sitting in a park, doing something just in warm weather, this is the music you want to have on. It is just that happy sounding music. And it just, fuck, I just love music, dude. Like this type of shit reminds me of like, yeah, it's all worth it. It's all worth it when music like this comes out. Summer, you know?
Mhm.
Seasonal depression's a bitch, you know? Just, damn, it's all gonna be all right,
Yeah,
man.
shout out music, man.
Shout out music and shout out summer weather.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. Great record.